We are working on the 8th package of sanctions. The main aspects of this package of sanctions are probably three. First, we will increase our listing of Russian persons or entities. We are now at 1,025 persons and 70 Russian entities. And this is the first part. The second part will be increasing of trade limits towards Russia. And the third one that I heard mentioned in the previous panel is the agreement at G7 level on the price cap on oil. Of course, this means that we will work especially on the sector of shipment insurance to make sure that there is an agreement to avoid contracts if oil is transported at a higher price in relation to the cap that we will establish at G7 level. As always, the decision-making in the European Union is a process. We don't have executive orders, but I am quite confident that, again, this new package of sanctions will be supported by member states and will enter into force.
What do you think, when will those price caps, also for the energy of electricity and gas market, will get implemented, and so consumer will finally benefit from it, because we're heading into the winter period?
Well, of course, we worked a lot in the previous months, and indeed I was mentioning some figures in my remarks also to remind myself and everyone how much we were able to achieve in these few months. If you look to the fact that we go from 40 to 9%, and maybe we are now even less than 9% of our gas coming from Russia, this is quite substantial. You know that we have very high level of storage. We are working on mandatory savings among member states, of course, with different ways of reaching these mandatory targets. And next Friday, the Council of Ministers of Energy will address also not only these issues, the issue of a solidarity contribution, the so-called price limits for inframarginal sources, but also the issue of a price cap on gas. I'm sure that this discussion will be, as always, with different opinions, but I'm confident that Friday will put the basis for a final agreement in October in the European Council to introduce a limitation of price for gas. My final remark is we should, I think, avoid raise an expectation of the fact that this price limits will automatically bring energy prices to the pre-war situation. It will be a gradual process, but it's very important to start this process of limiting these prices.